Lights, camera, action, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I think it looks alright. It may be a little overexposed. Might look a little too bright in here. But anyway, today Tackle Warehouse exchange with Bassboxing Outdoors. We pretty much did this exchange. You pretty much, get some baits till you get up to that like $50 or $60 point, where you get the free shipping. So I have no idea what's in these. This was one order that he placed, but Tackle Warehouse separated it into two. So one came Saturday, one came today on Monday. So gonna dive into these, see what he sent me, and let's get to it. Let's see what's happening. I want to make sure things could focus good. All right, looks good. Well, this one I think I could just rip open, but it's always fun to use a knife. Nothing special here, this knife. This knife is just a Gerber power frame, but it's definitely a good selling knife for them. When this came out, a lot of people really liked it. It's got that skeleton handle there, but nothing special. Not the greatest steel, but definitely a pretty cool knife. Alright, so we're going to do the envelope first. Let's pull out the paperwork here. We do get a nice sticker. What I do with these suckers is, these are just my lint cleaners. I get all that animal hair off of me. It gets stuck on the hat. Looking good. Alright. We're just gonna pull what comes out. Ooh, this looks pretty nice. We got a little Z swimmer from Ark. I thought it was a Z-Man bait. It kind of looked like something it looks like a Z-Man packaging. Alright. It's in a 1/2 ounce. It is a black and blue. Not too bad. Definitely gonna want to fish that sucker a little deeper. 1/2 ounce is a little heavy, but definitely doable. I definitely like it. It's got a nice head design right there. Even says 1/2 ounce on the bottom, so black and blue could never really go wrong. And as you get deeper down in that water, it gets darker. So you might want to have that darker skirt to contrast. Got the double bait keeper there. So I like it. Definitely a heavy duty one. It's got a thick heavy gauge wire there. You can see the eye ties pretty big there too. So pretty nice. I like it. The weed guard seems to be nice and plush. Not real heavy or anything. So definitely nice. We'll definitely fish that. And we'll get us some freaking fish on it. So that was the first bait right there. Let me find my packaging so we can keep things together. Alright. Z-Series Elite Paint Arc 3D Customized. Stamped weight on the head. They use a Teflon coated HD hook. Double bait keeper. Multi-layer reserved wire skirt. I definitely do like the Teflon coated on the hooks. That's why, for example, I really like the Fusion 19 hooks. They have that, that fast set, that little coating on there, that slick set coating. And it just makes hook sets a lot easier. So pretty nice to have a coating on a heavy gauge hook like that. Alright, bait number 2. Let me see if there's anything else in here. Alright, so this package here had 2 baits in it. Let you see it before me. The Beast Coast. The Beast Coast Flippin' Delight. 3.8 inch. This color is called Dirty Bug. And you do get 5 in the pack. Let's take one of these out. First things first. There's a scent going on here. Let me tell you what it reminds me of. Is this a double clam or what do we got here? I think we might want to open it like this. Alright. It definitely smells like some of your like Japanese or Chinese Senate baits. You know, they have that weird like it's a weird smell that you see in a lot of like JDM or Chinese baits or something like that. But pretty cool. Kind of looks a lot like a Berkeley Pit Boss, except that they do have little flanges on the claw here. You could even, if you wanted to, as this thing's getting busted up in the water, you lose a claw, you could also just end up with something like that if you wanted to. But let's pull this apart. I thought for a moment, the way it was stretching, I thought it was going to be like that indestructible plastic. But pretty streamlined, got some good flapping claws. It looks like they're going to flap pretty good. Never fished this. Do have a little bit of a belly slot there. Pretty cool. So far, I like the picks. Alright. Tournament ready. Original design. I don't know about that Beast Coast, but it is definitely a nice design. Strong salt and forage oil blend. So yeah, there's definitely a scent blend in there. The packaging's really nice. They actually got a pretty thick pack here. So, looks good. I think it'd be cool if they just gave you 6 in the pack though. Because I'd imagine that, you know, these are pretty much on board with the other price of the other baits. Alright, now into Big Chungus. Slice and dice this sucker open. Did go fishing today, caught me a nice juicy bass, and I've been having these like outings where I just end up like catching, so far this year, like I'll go out, catch one fish, go out another time, catch a fish. It's like my 4th time out, so I might just make a montage of the fish catches, but it was nice. By noontime, it was sunny, you know, the wind was a pain in the butt, and then by the time I got home, it's sleeting. It's like a rain, like an ice storm or something out there. This weather's very odd. I'm just ready to, you know, dip my tip into the water and get things circulating, you know? Alright. Let's see. Just want to see if he wrote me a note, because I wrote him a note. You have the option to send a note, so I want to see if there is like a... Oh, alright, right here. Hope you catch a limit and have fun. I hope you like the baits. That's what he wrote. Alright. Well, thank you, BBO. Sure I will catch some. Alright. We're going back to the Beast Coast. We got the, this right here looks like it'd be pretty good on like a, you know, like a chatter and jig. This here is the Blade Runner. The color is called Bruised Bladed Jig Trailer. You get 5 in a pack. And this is cool because I have never tried Beast Coast stuff. I always thought their stuff looked pretty nice and interesting. Let's take one of these out. Again, it's going to have the same smell as the other one. I mean, maybe in a couple years that'll be a new feature where you could just smell through the phone. But maybe, hopefully not, right? But that's pretty cool right there. It is pretty much, looks pretty similar to like the Z-Man, not the Zacco. It looks similar to the Zacco or the, I forget, the Z-Man razor blade. But anyway, the tail is cut right there. It is split into 2. It's definitely a nice weighted plastic and pretty nice designs. They actually put a little gill plate on there and stuff. The belly has very little slit there, but you could throw this around as a fluke if you wanted to. But usually baits like this, I'll tend to just use this sucker on a bladed jig. So, pretty cool. Alright, let's put this back in the clam. Give it the good old clam slam. I'm just Just heard that term lately, the clam slam. There you go. Alright. We won't go any further than that with it, but alright. I'm kind of seeing things that I don't want to see. We got the yo-zuri 3D RX. It is a flat side crank, and I love yo-zuri. I never ever have an issue with yo-zuri. They make some very high quality baits at a very good affordable price. Where's that staple? There it is. Oop, pop that baby out. And this color is Prism Shad. And that's the color, Prism Shad. Look at that tail. Got a little block butt, a little square butt in the back there. Got the sideways hook hanger there in the back. Even on the bottom. So that's pretty nice. You usually don't see it at both ends. But that's supposed to, you know, if you take a square bill bait that has the hook hangers going in line with it, you'll see if you take your finger and you twist it, it will lock much sooner. But when it's sideways, it actually just rotates a little bit more. So it's supposed to, you know, keep a little less resistance on a fish, like from giving them leverage. But check out that bill. Got the coffin shaped bill there. Not too long. It looks like it's reinforced in there pretty good. Looks pretty sturdy. And let's hear it. That's pretty nice, you know. Rip this up on like the shallow flats with that 3D prism in there. This thing's gonna, you know, as it's moving, it's gonna be like a party ball. Like if you ever seen like a disco ball, how the lights just flare everywhere. The reflection off of this thing's gonna be pretty good. So very nice. What did I want to see about this bait? Yeah, the diving depth. It's a 3/8 ounce and 3 to 4 feet. Hopefully BBO gets my note. My note kind of seemed mean now that I think about it, but it wasn't mean. It was, you know, I'm a clown. So, alright, going on. We got the ATV 1.5, pretty much a Bill Lewis square bill. And I have seen this actually on his channel. This goes 3 to 6 feet deep. This color is root beer craw. And I know he was pretty excited about this bait because it says how it's like unable to get hung up. But listen, anything that has treble hooks on it will get hung up. Some get through stuff better than others, but it will get hung up. But I do like that the hook here, as you can see, will not catch this bill at all. So any of my square bills that the hook could swing past the bill here, I change them out right away because you get snagged a lot more. But look at that, a nice little fat guy. It's almost in the shape of like, what is that, the Storm Irachi, but only the sides flatten out. But it is a nice, like, bulbous shape here. With the nice orange on the bottom there. Of course, you know, we're getting some very good Mustad triple grip hooks on here. And you can always notice that Bill Lewis, they always use some pretty high quality split rings. Even on their rattle traps, you always get really good split rings with Bill Lewis. So this is pretty cool. Let's see, does it have a transfer system? No, nothing like that, but it is a nice heavy bait. It is a 1/2 ounce. So really cool. I like that. And then, tell you what, these are killer baits. I have the, I don't have the new one here. This is their new lineup, the RX. I have the 3DB in this jerkbait, and it suspends very good. It fishes very good. It casts very good, and fish just love it. So this is definitely a good little jerkbait right here. This one is 3/8 ounce, 80 millimeters. Ghost perch. Material was made from Japan. And then made in the Philippines. But definitely love yo-zuri. Yo-zuri, dual hog, hardcore. I mean, they make really nice stuff. Yo-zuri is like one of their more affordable lineups. And then the hardcore stuff gets a little bit more expensive. But a ghost perch. I mean, every time I go out, I feel like I see a perch or I must catch a perch. So, really cool. Perch is definitely a fish around here that predators like to eat, like pike and stuff. But very nice. And let me see if I could show you how to have that hook hanger in there. It looks like a staple that got bent on the bottom there. You can see. Looks like it's in there pretty good. I don't see it really coming out. I think that plastic would have to crack before this thing comes out. But really nice. We'll have to see how the action is on this. Anything yo-zuri, I've always had great action with them. Like, it's one bait you could buy and be pretty confident it's going to do what it's supposed to. And that's it. It's got the rattle. I'll tell you what, he did good. He definitely got baits that I like. And, you know, it's very fun just getting the mystery. We got one more bait, and we're going to wrap this show up. The big dog. This is the Berkley, what is it? The Magic Swim? Magic Swimmer. Do not have this. It is a slow sinking one. That is a long bait right there. Looking really good, too. It's called the Bunker. Compressed head, tall back, and jointed body unite. You know what? We're not going to read today. Eyes travel all over the place. Available in various sizes, buoyancies to adapt to every changing condition. Alright. Let's get this out. Look at that. Here's all the information on the side. It is a 1 5/8 ounce. It's hard. It's backwards in the phone for me. But yeah. 1 5/8 ounce. 6.5 inches. Slow sinking. Wake 4 feet. So, this is pretty cool. Let's get it out. That's one thing I got to work on is getting me a nice swim bait rod. You know, you could, like, some of these baits, you could use, like, a heavy, you know, frogging rod. But, you know, there's just so many different variables. Like, that's kind of not the way you want to do it. Because you want to have a rod that has a good, you know, if there's treble hooks, you want to make sure that it's able to bend. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be too stiff. Because it's just not going to be a good time. You want things to be able to absorb it. But that's for a different time. But check out that joints there. Even Cheech and Chong had never seen joints like this. Pretty cool. Definitely looks like it's going to be a little slippery snake. Look how fat those treble hooks are. They're very thick. So this would be cool right here. To, you know, I feel more confident that I would catch a pike on this, you know, even though you would catch bass. But I feel like, I don't know, the bass that would bite this. I feel like, I don't know. You know, my confidence in big swim baits, it's not there. I haven't done it enough yet. So I got to get into it. But it's really not like crazy big, you know what I mean? It's definitely nice and slender here. But definitely very cool. I like it. This is pretty awesome. I have to check this out. I actually have not seen this bait from Berkley. I mean, I've seen it, but not in this size. Pretty much, I remember Bassboxing said he had one, and then, you know, he was telling me how Berkley copied somebody, but then apparently it turned out Berkley, like, bought the mold or something like that. But, pretty cool. And that's going to wrap it up. That is the Tackle Warehouse Exchange. So, we got... you know, 2 packs of soft plastics. We got a swim jig here. We got a square bill. And we got some yo-zuris. And we got this dude here looking pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. Well, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed. If you like what you see here, make sure you hop over to his channel and see what it is that I sent him. Till next time, peace out.